Before we get started, I'd appreciate if you guys hit the like and subscribe button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Today, for the Broken Spaces run on this account, we are going to test out an E5 Sigmund with 3 Delaciums for a 3 Delacium army. I have a 1-3 split with on the Sigmund with an attack stone. I got a glittery antlers cane on Sigmund with full red enables. Right now, I'm running the Delacium's damage right now, just until they will start dying. If they die, I'll put fearless armor on them. But let's go ahead into the Broken Spaces stage 4. Let's go ahead and test out how this will do. We're going to put the Delaciums in the front. I don't think it really matters, actually. So let's go ahead and do this. No. Actually, I want Purify. I need Purify for this, I think. So let's go Purify. I did test out the first, as you can see, I cleared the first 3 stages. The first 3 stages were all killed in 1 hit. So it was at least 7.2 billion damage against these Margarets here. So since I got Purify, I think I'm gonna try the Sigmund in the front. We'll see how this goes. So we actually started at 193 tokens, not 190, because we killed all the first 3 stages in 1 token. Alright, so Sigmund got the first Phoenix buff here. That's cool. So I did notice that this team's damage doesn't really start ramping up until round 12, round 13. So that's when we'll start seeing the big numbers. Let's slow down and see what these dots are hitting for. Looks like 20 million right now, so it's a little low. I might want to run a Garuda instead of that Drake just for a little extra damage. I know it's not going to be a complete defensive strip, but I think it might be better because both of them will have no armor, and Garuda will just be able to just pop off. Right now they have 0 armor, I think, or they should be pretty close to 0 armor. But I could try to put them in the front to see if they if that helps. I'll try putting the Sigmund in the back this time, because the Sigmund might have too much armor. And then, because I see the attack, yeah, I think what's happening is armor. Usually the armor stacks cap out because of a certain armor, but since I think they're gaining armor, the armor just keeps going up. Where there's 35 stacks of armor reduced on that one Gru right there. There's 50 dot burnt ticks though in that one. So it did 6.2 billion. So each Delacium did a billion each. Let's go ahead and we'll move Drake to the front. How do you see the number of stacks? Just look super closely. You can actually read the numbers. There's numbers there. So like right now, there's on the top Gru, there's 4 armor reduction stacks, and there's 3 on the bottom one. We got 11 burns on the bottom and was that 8 burns on the top? Alright, so I think they got less armor this time, because the armor stacks aren't going up as high as quick. I think we lost the -1 damage though from Heartwatcher. But yeah, they definitely the armor debuffs are definitely stacking up a lot slower this time. So that means there's less armor on those Grus. Yeah, I do think this is gonna be higher damage than last time. Sigmund did get the Phoenix buff once again. That's nice. Yeah, this damage looks a lot higher than last time. These Grus are melting a lot quicker. Alright, so top Gru had a dot tick of 571 million. Alright, so it was actually a little less damage that time. Sigmund had a lot less damage there. That's what it was. I think since there was less actives coming out of Sigmund is why there was less damage. But I do want to try swapping out the Drake and putting in Garuda. I need more gear. Where's the 6-star? There we go. We'll just go ahead and run this. I know it's not the most optimal. And is there another Antlers Cane on this account? I think there is. I think this Delosium right here has it. We'll give you crown, whatever. I'm gonna put the regular Antlers Cane onto the Sigmund, and then the upgraded on the Garuda. Which, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well swap this. Alright, so now we're gonna take out Drake. So I've used 2 tickets so far. We're gonna take out Drake. We're gonna put in Garuda. Oh wait, let me verify those enables. Yep, look at those enables. Those are crap enables. Alright, so pop you out, put you in, then we'll swap you right there, and let's try this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe use a different browser or something if you keep getting the black screen. I've never seen that happen before on Twitch. All right, so I wasn't paying attention who got those Phoenix buffs. Oh, looks like it was Sigmund and Garuda. Okay, that's good. I think this is going to be higher damage just because Garuda's in here, and the the Grus will have 0 armor. So when you have 0 armor with Garuda with an Antlers Cane, it's a lot of damage. I mean, yes, you don't have the Drake in there. I might be able to try taking out one of the Delasiums and put in the Drakes later. Maybe that would be some good damage, but I want to do the triple Delasium army here with Sigmund and try to get a judge on how fast you can do broken spaces with this. Do I think Athakwa and Drake might work against top teams in Arena? Um, yes, they work. Don't build it though. You need a lot. Just don't build it. It's not as reliable as you think it is. I mean, it works good though. It's fun to watch. I mean, I guess if you're in a mid server, early server, you'll probably wreck actually if you had a Thakwa plus Drake. You'd probably destroy everyone. All right, so we're gonna have an active coming from Garuda in the 14th round. All right, so the dots were a lot lower actually. It appears the dots are a lot lower this time. I'm gonna skip this. All right, so we actually went down in damage. That's interesting. Look at that. Taking away. I wonder if that's because of Drake or if the antlers came. That's interesting though. We'll give this one more try. Have you seen the video Faith Blades on Reddit? Yeah, I actually saw that before that was even posted on Reddit. I'm gonna skip this one. All right, so it actually looks like running the Drake was better. So oh wait, I need the Sigmund. It's the Garuda I want to take out. It's still 5 billion, but we're doing higher damage with the Drake in. All right, so we used 5 tickets for stage 4. So that means we have used 8 tickets total. So this is where we might run into some survivability issues. I don't know where I should really be putting my heroes against these guys. I don't think it really matters. I think they target random people, right? I think what was happening was since we took out Drake, it reduced Sigmund's damage a lot. So you're replicating a lot less damage. It also could have been Phoenix buffs, I don't know. Or the Antlers Cane. We did switch the Antlers Cane. Ooh, that one Delasium did die. I might have to run, instead of Drake, a Belrain. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're switching to a Belrain. That's still 4 billion damage, though. But we are going to switch to Belrain for survivability. Actually, no. Before we switch to the Belrain, let's go tanky on these guys. We'll do this should increase their HP, even though it's a 4 set, a 4 gear, 4 star. Oh, it's very very little actually. So they got fearless armors now. Let's go back before we put in the Belrain. Let's try this. Valentino does last 3 slots. I thought I thought Valentino was changed, so his active is actually random. I thought that was changed like a year ago. All right, so this one looks a lot better. They're staying alive with the fearless armors. All right, so we'll have one more Phoenix buff coming up in round 14. All right, so 4 billion once again. Interesting. Skip this one. 5.6, so that's really good. So I will say that running Sigmund with your Delasium army is 100% viable. Would be interesting is in my main account if I had an E5 Sigmund, dropped one of the Delasiums, so I run with the 2 E5 Delasiums, run with Drake, E5 Sigmund, my Heart Watcher, and then E5 Thaqua. I wonder how that would do, because now you'd be actually copying some pretty decent dots from Sigmund. I think that would be the most optimal Delasium army. Actually, it would be 2 Delasiums, Drake, E5 Sigmund and E5 Athaqua. I think that would be the most optimal, running 2 Delacium instead of 3. Because Drake is just, he adds in so much damage potential to Athaqua. But this right here is working out really well with Sigmund with 3 Delaciums. This is working a lot better than I thought it would, actually. Alright, so another 5.6 billion on that one. I am gonna try. I want to try a Belrain in, but we might just have to do that for Aspen and Broken Spaces 7. We might have to take Drake out for Belrain or Amun Ra or something. Maybe Amun Ra. Because Belrain will give Sigmund a 30% attack buff, which would be very beneficial to his dots. But I mean, if you want to like talk about like budget Broken Spaces, I mean, that Heart Watcher does not need to be E3. That Heart Watcher can be 10 star. That's a 6-star Drake. 3 9-star Delaciums. You got 1 E5 in this team. So. Very consistent. 5.4, 5.4. 5.4. Very consistent. See if it's 5.4 again. 5.0. That Valentino might be dead. I mean, that Jara. Okay. After that Jara dies, we might have to put in an Aspen instead of one of these Delaciums or something. Is the 9-star Drake buff better? I believe that's when it gets the 100%. Because right now it's at, I think, 70% defensive stat reduce. At 9-star, it should be 100%. Hopefully we kill the Valentino. I'm not very confident in that, though. Sigmund didn't get the buff. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, you know, I don't want to cheat. We're gonna keep the same. I don't think it really matters. It's still gonna die. Okay. Keep the same team. Alright, so we started at 190 over 14. We've used 17 tickets so far. Alright, so this is the one where Belrain might be required. But I also wonder how Gustin would do. But let's go with Belrain. Give her a Magic Stone Sword. Give her Unbending Will. I'm not going to risk it. I know those Delaciums are going to die. Let's see what this is. 3.5. Probably a lot of CC. Probably because a lot of CC. Less damage from Sigmund. Let's do one try with the Drake. Let's do one try. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're gonna move Sigmund into the back here, actually. Alright, so I know this is going to work, so I'm just gonna smash this. 10 times. Dane CC. A lot of tickets to kill this. Alright, so we've used, what was that? 42 tickets, 45 tickets so far out of everything. Alright, so for this wave, I'm gonna try it. I know it might not work. Ripperino to Drake already. Yeah, that's what I figured. Ripperino there. Oh wow. That's Sigmund. Do we need a Belrain in this team? Sigmund died? Sigmund. Sigmund, my buddy. Come on, heal up here. Man, they're not healing. Alright, we'll try Belrain instead. I doubt it's going to work, though. They might get smashed in these early rounds, we'll see. Maybe this will be more stable. Wait, how did... Okay, let's just say, how did Belrain use her basic? But that was her active, not her basic. Alright, so this is definitely more stable. Alright, 3.7. So we're back to our... Looks like our normal damage here. I'm just going to smash it 20 times. The 20 times got us down to here. So I would say, I mean, it's not the best. I mean, I'll say this. This is a very good intermediate Delasium army until you build like a Thakwa or a Nakia or something that's a little bit better than Sigmund. But you honestly can't complain about this. Like, I'm using two E5s this entire run, a healer and a Sigmund with a bunch of 9 stars. I mean, Heartwatcher could be 10 stars. She doesn't need to be E3. So this is pretty budget. I mean, who wants to build a Sigmund E5 though? But if you do have a Sigmund that's E5 and you're struggling with broken spaces, build some Delasiums. It does look like Belrain sustains the Delasiums a lot better than, say, a Raw does. But this 3.7 is like 3.8, very consistent, like every time. And I remember when Broken Spaces first came out, getting 3, 4, 5 billion on Broken Spaces 7 was like really, 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 really good. I mean, obviously it's a little different now with all these new PvE heroes, but this is really good. I mean, it's not like the best, but it's good enough where it works. All right, so I'm gonna skip this. 4.1 that time. I'm just gonna do. I'm not gonna smash it. But I'm just gonna do a couple just skips. 4.2, just to kind of see what the damage is instead of just smashing it through. And also the good thing about here, that one is lower, is the bosses are dying evenly instead of just killing the Ada first. 3.7. So I do think it's better to kill the bosses at an even pace than rather kill one super early compared to the other. Wait, is that it? Okay, that was a really bad attempt. Everyone must have died there. I was gonna say that was definitely not 9 billion. This team can't do that. I think this team will top out at like 5 billion on this, maybe. On this Broken Spaces 7. Someone must have died there. Got 1 billion there. 3.3. 3.5. So this is really consistent. Like around the same damage. 3. 3.5. 3.3. And last ticket, so we killed Broken Spaces 1 through 7 with an E5 Delasium army, and what's that? 84 tickets. So 84 tickets is a number. It's less than 100. It's, I mean, Yeah, it's good. I mean, in my opinion, it's not the best, obviously, but 84 tickets is still less than half. It's about half of what you'd get in a month. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and collect all this stuff. And so yeah, so thanks for tuning in today, guys, and watching the Broken Spaces clear with E5 Sigmund and 3 9-star Delaciums for the Delacium Army. And catch you guys in the next video.